In this conversation with Priscilla and Mallory, we talked about how they, as agents, develop and how they deal with agents that are coming into the business. And Ms. Priscilla, as a leader in her organization, has dealt with a lot of new agents and a lot of agents that are trying to make a name for themselves. And so we talk a lot about the ways that an agent can grow and the team they need to develop around them. And if you're interested in hearing more about that, check out this conversation with Ms. Priscilla and Mallory Goorley. Marketing is about building relationships, but there's a whole bunch of different ways to market. And so, I think there's two perspectives that Mallory for sure be able to give on this in this topic that I think people would find interesting. And the first one is how you use social media as a tool. And I know that you've done a lot of that from your experience at Suella before while that business was operating. So, what's your mindset around marketing and social media?
So I always told my employees, and I still think that this is true today. The reason somebody wants to walk into the store, yes, it might be because we have good visibility or that they've heard the name or seen it on the road, but they're not going to walk in until they've seen it, in today, 2025 or 2020, whatever, until they've seen your Instagram page or your website. That's what you put out for the world. It's public. That's what they get to, decide whether or not they're going to walk in the doors.
Yeah.
And so there's to me, it's a fine line of giving them, a little bit of who they're working with. Hey, this is how I like to work. This is, a little bit about myself, but then at the same time, almost showing how your service that you're providing or your product that you're selling. So what you put out there, it attracts people it helps decide whether or not they want to work with you.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think it's real estate is a little bit different from a retail standpoint because you don't want to put out all, it's not 100% everything about me is real estate. And it's not 100% about me everything is about my kids, even though, of course it is. I mean, it is. It's all, yes, of course, they're my priority. So you kind of have to walk that fine line in social media with, personal and business.
Yeah. Well, I think that the difference in the two is that if you're selling a product, you want to attract people by showing them that you have the best product. If you're trying to sell your services and yourself as a person and have a reputation, you want to let them know enough about you to know that they're going to enjoy working with you.
Right. Share interests.
Yeah. Jonah always says that social media is like 1,000 little handshakes. Right. Every time you put something on the internet, it allows people to know a little bit about you so that they can feel more comfortable with you. And I like to say, put as much stuff on the internet as you can so that the right people can start following you, and then we'll know that they want to work with you. If you're not on the internet, like you said, they're not going to know to trust you. Yeah. And how many times have you somebody mentioned somebody's name and the first thing you do is you pick up Facebook?
Right.
Yep. We were doing it last night.
You know what I'm saying? You're always looking to see who am I connected with? Yeah. I don't know this person. Which one of my friends?
I do it when I'm hiring an agent. I want to see what they've done. I mean, I also go look up their past sales
even
history and stuff. But.
It's a little mini resume. What kind of pro bono or what are they interested in? What kind of
how are you impacting the community?
Yeah.
Our social media mindset is how many times can we on our stories show people where we are and what we're doing to impact the community, and then how much value can we add with the educational stuff we put out on our feed every day. And we want people to feel like when they come to, they can go to our page to learn something, to get inspired, to be able to operate their business more effectively. And then we are hyper local to St. Tammany Parish. Our St. Tammany Parish and the surrounding parishes are really our ideal geographical area that we're going to be marketing in. So we want people to know how many things we're touching in this area so that they can know that, they might be giving us their dollars to help them close, but we're going to reinvest that in the community where your kids are going to school, where you're going to be going to work, where you're going to be going to church. We want people to know that. And that's what social media is all about to me. It really is, like you said, showcasing who you are enough people feel comfortable when they come in the doors so they're not walking in for the first time.
They almost feel like they know you a little bit. Yeah, 100%. And they're comfortable with you. Yeah.
Yep.
We've been getting more of our agents on Instagram. They've all been on Facebook, and Facebook has always been huge with real estate agents. But as the age has been getting younger and younger, especially in our office as well, it's a lot more Instagrams and stories and things. So it's nice. Like when they went to the big Compass, the annual last year was in Charleston retreat. So they all were able to exchange their Instagram stories with the hashtags and different things.
Nice.
And put them all up, so. Yes.
Yeah.
There's been a little bit of a learning curve in the office with Instagram.
Yeah.
They're getting there.
Figure it out. I mean, look,
They're getting there. I'm
yeah,
trying to
they're a lot
help
better.
them. I'm like, it needs to be shorter. Nobody's watching the minute-long video. Like,
Yeah.
let's make it short and sweet, pretty, aesthetically pleasing, like capture their attention.
in and out. And
Yeah.
it's hard too, because I mean, we do a lot of volume on social media. I know y'all do too. And it's almost having to do a certain set of content for Instagram, certain set for Facebook, certain for YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. But again, most of the time people are buying and selling houses and picking their real estate agent based on either somebody that they know, which
Yeah.
I want to talk about referrals in just a second, but also what they see on the internet. Someone moves into town, they're going to want to see your resume, which is your resume is going to be what you've done on what you put on social media is going to tell people a lot about who you are as an individual, especially now that you can LinkedIn, you can put your work history on there. It's like, I don't know how many times people come in, even lawyers, that we ask for their resume. I mean, it's kind of a box to be checked, but we don't spend a lot of time on that. We want to know, like, what are your values? Who are you as a person, to know whether you're going to fit in with our organization, right? And whether they're going to fit in with you as a client. So, before we had this, we got on camera, you talked about referrals. I know that you get a lot of referrals from your mom because,
Not really. She does her own.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, she did for a while. We'd work together, but she's been working with clients. I'm like, now what's their name again? I don't.
That's great.
Yeah, she does her own stuff.
Well, good. It's a good perspective for people to have, because I know that you've been working hard to get your own reputation out there, and I think you're doing a great job. But how do you incorporate referrals into your marketing?
I mean, a lot of it. So some is like from family friends that know that like my mom might not be doing as much business, so they might call, me instead. But a lot of it is just from being, I mean, we live here, we like work here.
You went to school here.
We went
you
to
had a
school here.
business here.
I have 4 kids that go
Yeah.
to school here. Like most of we take the golf cart all around Covington all the time. We never leave like our golf cart distance on the weekends. I mean, all of our friends are here and stuff. So it's like, I guess it's like our little bubble. And I have a couple of clients right now who they were referred from another client that I'm working with right now, and then their parents, and so it's like however many degrees of separation, but it's like everybody, it's people that we like to hang out with and like to, do business and personal relationships with.
I mean, and I know that having 4 boys, y'all are always at the ball field doing something at the ball field.
People think we work for CRD.
CRD.
I'm like,
Conquer and divide.
I'm still waiting on my
We basically
my
have 4
t-shirt.
adults and 4 kids, so we do try to conquer and divide. Especially Dad helps a lot, picking up with like afternoon. If Mallory's at inspections or something's running longer, she'll call him because he's easier than me in Mandeville. So yeah.
But again, you're going back to you called it referrals. I think of it as the relationship building, right? I mean, you don't have to lead with I'm a real estate agent for people to know what you're doing, because you do have the social media background that shows it. But just getting to know people in the community goes a long way. And I tell people all the time, if you like, going to your kids' sporting events, go there and represent yourself and your business in a way that attracts people to you. If you like going to church or you like spending time downtown Covington, like there's so many segments, even in our small town, of being able to build relationships within those things, in those places, to generate business from other people that are 1 degree of separation away, like you said. I think it's a big deal for people to realize, by just going out in the community and spending time and doing things and connecting with people.
Churches, school, everything. It's like, scorekeeping. People are like, oh, she's got it together. She can scorekeep for every game.
Final Fridays.
And so, I don't know if that transfers over as well with all of my paperwork. Susan would have to answer that one. But just, being like involved and being present in all of those kind of places, it's
fun. Again, we've talked about this before. Growing up with 3 little brothers, being 4 boys, like my mom, but we were never in the service industry. My dad's a doctor. My mom was a nurse, but it's still like, the relationships that we built just from being
and your
around town.
reputation, like my mom was saying, like your reputation is, it's a lot.
Don't mess it up.
Look, and there's a standard there too that goes a long way, that people see her, know her, who she is as a person, and the family that is in the real estate business goes a long way to help you market, because you can lean on that reputation. If you have family that doesn't have that reputation, then it might be hard for you to overcome that. Not something you want to use as a marketing tool. At
least weekly. We were at a 40th birthday over the weekend, and my husband starts talking to somebody there, and he was like, oh wait, I know she was a Morse. And like we started making all these connections, and it's great to have lived here forever. And, some people that have lived here forever too also have all those overlaps and, know know the family.
I'm not from here, but I always try to latch on to people by saying, "Oh yeah, me and Mallory went to college together, and I got to go to Olympia with them." Because I mean, look, I'm not from here, but it's great to have family that and friends that have been here for a long time. Because then I can, it helps me connect with more people. I feel like I've been.
You
here
can
for a
claim
long time.
Covington as your hometown.
Got here as quick as you could.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah,
I got
you
here
did.
as
It's
fast as I could.
yeah.
Yeah, this is quite a step up from Alexandria. Even though I love my upbringing, I will never ever go back to Alexandria, no matter where, no matter what.
Well, and the whole family's starting to call Covington their home too.
We pulled over. My mom and dad here part time. My little brother Josh lives here, and Chris lived here for a minute too. My youngest brother Corbett just got married in Lafayette. I don't think he's going to leave. I mean, honestly, if there's any
Never
other
say
place that has to
never.
live,
We have a Compass office there too.
There you go. I could generate some business over there. Well, it was great having conversations with y'all today. I appreciate y'all coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It's great.